Anybody else? Yes, buddy. Any fruit you want. All. Everyone you can imagine. Eat them all. Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes when we have early practice, I don't like to eat because then it like sort of comes out.
Eat after you're done with practice. Yeah, make sure you just stay hydrated. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I have a question on caffeine. The study that came out in 2008 after they did trials on adult athletes, they said that they consumed 3,000 milligrams of caffeine along with high, like Pop-Tarts, high large amounts of glucose. And it actually said that the glycogen was increased and they had actual glucose in their muscle higher than people that did not consume that.
Yep.
I know you wrote on your sheet that you don't want anybody to take caffeine unless they're 21, but some of these kids do high performance with events, and they, like our coach encouraged these buzz bites and stuff.
Yep.
What do you feel with the carb loading, how you would work in that caffeine?
They're fine. I have to be... Yes, she's basically talking about, if you go to the second page of this, she was asking about caffeine intake. And there was a study done that was between carbohydrate intake and caffeine, and using the caffeine to drive it into the system. And they found that people that didn't have the caffeine in their system didn't have as much glucose stores as the people that did. And I know that I put in here as far as caffeine being in an older age to do that. If you monitor it as a parent, the caffeine sources that you're using is fine. I mean, basically the amount that they're doing would be equivalent to about 3 cups of caffeine. I mean, 3 cups of
The
coffee.
study said 3,000 milligrams was legal for the athletes that performed.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what the downfall, like if you do distance, is it going to be off in a half hour?
The field banned substance, yeah. The problem with that is depending on, as they get older, and basically what I had here on the bottom, and that's what Blaine reminded me of too, is everyone's absorption on that's going to be a little bit different. Some people tolerate caffeine, some people can't tolerate it at all. I mean, actually some people get tachycardia, they'll get increased heart rate, they'll get the sweats, but that absorption will actually, because of I am aware of the study that they did, the glycogen will stay with them longer, so it actually will sustain throughout the day. The only thing that you got to be careful with that too is the amounts that you are taking in. Like say, for example, if you're coming in to a high meat, it doesn't take a very raised level of caffeine stimulant to fail a drug test. Which I can be an advocate of the standpoint that they are starting to change their levels. Before, the level was absolutely ridiculous, and the only reason they did it was to bypass litigation, because they didn't want a Michael Phelps, suing them. Because every athlete gets so happy because they're this and they're that, and he told me that I lost my medal because of this and that. So the levels that they're starting to bring it down, but I guess I got a soapbox there. But anyways, the answer to your question, it will stay with them a lot longer because it's using it as a transport system, and it'll hold it. Yeah.
Doesn't everybody respond to caffeine differently?
Exactly.
We have some kids that are...
And I kind of mentioned that some kids will get actually the sweats, they'll get tachycardia, they'll get very irritable. Some kids have GI problems with it. There's yeah. Yes, ma'am. Did you have your hand up? Yes.
I skip breakfast in the morning because my lunch is at 10:20.
Yep. Eat a smaller breakfast, but you've got to get some calories in the morning. No, you got to get something in there. 10% of something is better than 10% of nothing. Anybody else? Yeah, buddy. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He asked if Michael Phelps eats a lot of fruit. Yes, he does. Yes. At your age, no. Yes, sir.
5-hour energy drinks you can buy over the counter.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's all natural stimulants. There again, it's a lot of the chain-branched amino acids, your leucine, taurine, your B complexes. There again, it's man-made natural stimulants. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Anybody else? Okay.
One quick one. Chocolate milk, recovery.
Chocolate milk, in my opinion, is one of the best recovery drinks you can buy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's extremely balanced. It's got just the right amount of sugar, protein, carbs. It's a great, simple recovery drink. Works awesome.
What type of chocolate?
Well, it's kind of like what kind of vanilla you want. Plain white or vanilla. It's chocolate milk, whatever you want. If anybody has any more questions that you don't think of now and you have something later, on the top of the card is my the website. You can go to that, get my email account, shoot me an email anytime. Thank you for your time.